is very good.
Morning guys, welcome to another video. Now I bet you've never seen one of these before because I definitely haven't. It's a Subaru Brat. Never heard of one. Must be some type of import, Japanese import, whatever, don't know. Never seen one before in my life. This has got a turbo WRX engine in it, and today we're doing a full system on it. I've got instructions from customer, wants it loud, wants it pretty asbo, so we're not too concerned about keeping it sensible. They don't want to keep it sensible. Yeah, so we're going to bring you along. I'm going to show a little bit more detail on this one. I'm going to make the video probably a little bit longer, showing you how we built downpipe, because downpipe on this is not going to be easy. You'll see why in video in a minute. We've got a brake servo in way. Yeah, I'm going to show you a lot more at build than I usually do, and then as usual, somehow we're going to get camera on back of it and we're going to get it out on road and get a good thrash it. Customer basically gave me permission to go and thrash it, so I'm respectful of everyone's stuff. I won't ring its head in, but we'll give it some stick. Sound, let's get on with it. So here's what I just meant about we're going to have to build a downpipe, and if you watch my last Subaru video, you've seen where I was talking about that beautiful cast elbow and why it won't work on this one. Well, it won't work on this one because of that servo. Now, I am going to bring you along for this. I'm going to show you more detail than I usually do, because I'll be honest, I haven't got a plan for this. Not got a plan, just going to wing it. We've got a flange with an elongated hole in it because we want maximum flow out of this. Got to get around that brake servo, around that steering column, and around everything else really, in 3-inch. But the customer don't want that big C, like they've had to modify this one and put a big chunk inside of it. If we can help it, we don't want that. So let's see what we can do. Let's start taking it off to start with. Right. So that one down there is going to be an absolute pain to get to. I think we're going to go up, see if we've got any more access from under. I'll be honest though, kind of looking at it, you've got steering column and everything there. There's no access there.
I've got no idea now.
There's no more access down there.
What, 17, that one and all?
That's fucking bizarre. Is it here? Let's have a go.
I'll probably go with ratchet.
Can't get it in. Right, it's cracked off, but ratchet's going to get stuck, so what were you using first time? What?
Spanner bit.
I don't think that's going on there, that. Too thick. Don't even fit on, does it? It's too thick.
Is it loose?
Oh, I've cracked it, but literally the tiniest amount, so I didn't want to get ratchet stuck. They must have got it on there somehow. Try and just pass me a normal spanner. That's it, look, it just have to be a painful process with that one. That must be how they got it on there. I'll tell you what, we'll bring you back in 5 minutes when I've got this bolt on.
Not glowing, but it should have plenty in that. Got it glowing a lot.
Yeah, get a bit longer.
Did it?
Yep.
Race of things though. I hope it snaps. Get ready for our fast evening. Started saying to them as well. Yeah, straight up fucking middle. Straight in middle, right up
Gone? Yeah, gone that.
Thank fuck for that. Yeah, both flicks just keep
I've been bald. I don't mind, when it was COVID, I went straight bald.
Did you?
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
I did, took lots off. I let Sam cut my hair, she made a good job of doing it, and then she went to blend it and I got one side eye and the other. And I was just like, right, sod that, lots coming off, just went number one all over. Straight down middle. tight that. Like it might be mashing threads.
It's soft, not getting stuck on
No.
one row.
No. Oh, it might.
Warm up and warm up one up.
Oh, it's just gone horribly, horribly tight.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, that's a stud snap that. I need to warm it some more. I'd seen it twist stud then. Right, do we out that today? Don't do me like that. Don't do me dirty like that. That's the sound of threads being mashed. It hasn't destroyed end of thread, but
They come off though, at least.
it's off. But threads are not looking great. To be honest, not looking great. No. It'll probably go again. Run a dye down, it'll probably go again. Right, got exact same problem on inside one now. So straight off at bat, I've run into an issue. Issue is that my turbo flange holes are too small for studs, not turbo, so should be able to sort that shortly. Well, give that a whirl. Can confirm, still don't fit. Next size drill bit. Next size. Try to snap it. This looks like a good drill bit. You, my friend, just earned a place in my special drill bit drawer. Away from everybody else. Right, so next problem. Now I've got it to fit on studs. Don't know how well you guys can see this up there, but we've come into another problem. So, if you just put that flanges here. This stud seems to stick up too far to allow flange to go on. So we're going to have to do a little bit of trim work on flange, you see. Don't know how well you can see that, it's hitting that. So I need to put like a bit of a... I've just offered it up to the gasket, and the gasket has got like a bit of a flat spot here. So I'm going to have to do that now. God, got all this work to make flange fit, I haven't even started downpipe yet. Let's do that now. Right, so you can see on flange, the bolt pattern is perfect. But along this bottom edge here, the gasket's a lot thinner than what the flange is. So if I just move that out where I've drawn a contour, look, can you see that? Is it focusing?
Focusing on your vehicle.
There you go, I've drawn a contour, look. So we basically need to get grinder, cut that little contour out there. Now that's going to pose an issue for when we come to welding it later, because that's going to be a really thin spot on that flange. We don't want it to warp and distort, but we'll cross that bridge later when it comes. I'll clamp it down to my aluminium heatsink. Let's cut it. I'm just going to try that because I don't want to go any more than I have to. Let me just try that. It's red hot, so I don't want to grab it. Does it fit? Does it? No, no, it's right in that corner. It will on the left one. Now the left one will clear now, but that right one needs taking right up to my line. Let's try that. If that fits, we'll just get a final touch, and you'll never know.
Does it, Buck?
Does it, Egg? More. Try that. It's getting thin there now. How? How does that not fit? Right, it's right in that area. We should just cut bolt down. Very thin. Surely that has got to fit. Surely. Yes. Right. Buzzing. That fits. Cool. Right, now we're going to start building. So let me just give you a basic rundown of what's what. We've just measured it. We think it's about a 45-degree angle coming off at turbo. So imagine this is my turbo up here. We need to come off of that with a 45-degree angle. So the turbo impeller is the left side, so that's the side where we want the main part of the tube to go. So what we're going to do is spin this around so you can see backwards. We're going to crush this in vise, try and get it to shape, to fit in there. We're going to have to use grips and all sorts just to get it in shape, and then afterwards we're going to do like a merge section on outside for the wastegate portion. And I think we'll get clear pretty easy. We're expecting worse than this, to be honest. Let's see how this goes. I've never made one of these. Let's see how it goes. So it's just a tougher and more brush, to be honest. Right, so that's got the top portion. Let's get an hammer. Right, this is going to be proper crude. Try and get it somewhere where you can see it. Right. So you can see that we're in the flange now. So what we're going to do now is like get grips, crush it in, get it all into the right shape, what we want it. It's the only way of doing it really, unless you've got press tooling for this exact shape, which we haven't. So this is the only way. So we'll clamp that there like that, and I'm going to get some grips and start trying to shape it into that angle. That should hold that there. Alright, well I'll just do what I'm doing. They're effectively, they're not letting me do what it wants to do. That's got that lovely. Oh, and that is.
Oof, that was high.
Look at that. Right, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but literally within a couple of minutes I've got that pretty good. Now bear in mind that we are going to do a wastegate section on this, so what I need to do here is I need to put a cut, call it a relief cut. I need to put like 2 cuts there like that, which will allow this side to bend down, if that makes sense to you, because we are going to have to make like a merge section onto this side here for wastegate. Now initially it's not that pretty, a little bit ghetto, but keep watching, bear with me. See, I can see in my head, I can visualise what I want. I'm just trying to think how to make it in metal and not in my mind. So this is like just a rough cardboard thing I did. It's not perfect first go. I will make a Mark II version in a sec, but I'm just trying to give you the type of thing I'm trying to make. I'm trying to make that sort of shape. I mean, it is very. It is very close. It probably would go, in all honesty, but it's all right using cardboard and bending it with your fingers. When that's in metal, it don't quite work like that, does it? So we're gonna have to use it out of a piece of tube like that. We'll have to cut it out. Well, we'll use tube as the actual base material. If I can press that into there, I think that'll be half decent. Right, let's try and cut that in metal. This might be an epic fail. Right, might so work.
For that bit,
what? It's not a million miles away. A little bit of shape work, that's not too bad. I just want a curve in there. I'm going to leave that top bit for a second. That went way better. I mean, it looks miles off at minute, that's because it is, but only because this needs notching out. Once that's notched out, look, that's laid flat. You imagine that got a big notch in it there, so it allows it to push back up. Right guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Almost done that. That's come out pretty well. I'm actually amazed by that. Right, so I need to put a big notch in it. Notch down. so close, just wants more notch. And obviously I'm not just going to overlap all these joints. Once I've got this right, I am going to cut it all in nice, we'll purge it, weld it in nice. You'll see, it's not going to be a bodge. Don't do bodge in here. And keep nicking away at it bit by bit. That needs to go. That needs to go. But notch wants to be bigger. Oof. God, that is so close. It's getting so close. So close.
Wants taking down to that yellow line, doesn't it?
It does, it wants notching more, but I don't want to go too much, so I'm just taking my time, I'm just nicking it bit by bit, because if we go too much, job's knackered. So I nick it bit by bit. This top half is looking nice. Right, so I've pretty much got it there, minus a few little alterations, but got to get this bit cut out first, because we'll need to tack that in, and we'll have to sort of like tack it, hammer it into shape a little bit as we go. But in terms of fitment, that is pretty damn close. So it will be welded on inside, it will be welded on outside. So we'll sort of do the final little bits as we go along really, but that is, it's close. It's very close. I don't know how good you guys can see it, but it's pretty close. Like there's a little. So we've got all those pieces cut, we've cut us 45-degree bend. And if I just offer this up roughly, I'm taking quite a bit of pressure to squeeze it, but that's the type of thing what it looks like. So let's get this clamped in, start tacking it up and shaping it as we go along. Might have to do a bit of trim work as we go along, but yeah, we'll get it there, we'll get it there. Alright, so shape wise, we've got the shape dialed in perfect around that edge now. We've got to obviously slide our other piece in, which, if I don't say so myself, is a pretty nice fit, minus a bit of fettling and a bit of die grinder on the inside, because obviously I want this to look as good on inside as I do on outside, otherwise it'll pointless. See, I can already tell we're going to have a bit of a lip, but that bit of a lip will be easy sorted. We'll get flat wheel on die grinder, air grinder, and just notch that out a little bit, and then I'll weld it on the inside as well. Yeah, it's starting to look like a TDO4 merge flange. Right, so basic shape is pretty much there. I have got a bit of a gap at this end. Now, the plan for the gap at that end is I'm just going to get an hammer, I'm going to knock it down, because we also need to give clearance for this bolt as well. So, yeah, shape-wise, pretty much there. Bit of fettling on inside with air grinder and get it prepped up for final welding. Come out alright, that, to be fair. Literally a few taps with hammer, and just like that, my gap is gone. A few little dints in flange, which is annoying, but this is going to see like 800-degree temps regularly. I'm sure it won't care about a couple of dints in it. Right, we're gonna just gonna get some dinner. We get back from dinner because it's pie day today. Steak pie for me. Once we get back from dinner, purge that up and weld it. So that's all fully welded up now. Just get it to focus. Not the prettiest thing it will, but not too bad. I have welded inside as well. That flange did warp a little bit. You'll notice here I've got a little bit of what's not flat. Not matter that the sealing face for gasket's flat. I've done it on linisher, so the bolt will pull in. It's just pulled that tang a little bit. But yeah, so that's how we've got around the brake servo on this. And we have got like a bit of a merge point foot wastegate now, rather than just a flat brick wall. Should flow nice. Obviously the outlet's 3-inch. Let's make the rest of it. So we're making a bit of headway now. So the initial bend out of the turbo flange were a 45-degree, then into a small 15-degree, bit of straight, onto a 75-degree at bottom. Now there's going to be a flexi straight off of this. Yeah, we're making headway, we're getting there. So I'm going to also marked a lander sensor boss. We'll put a lander sensor boss in there. Hey, I need to do a quick swerve around, just bring these guys for a look. So we need to come off of that, swerve around this speed sensor, and then we're going to be going up and over axle into a big 6-inch box. I said big, we're not doing a big one. Coming out at a bit of an angle on a Jap style, big 4-inch tip. We're getting somewhere, we're getting somewhere. Right, swerve around that now. So it's going to be 30 degrees back, and then up. So, nothing's welded at the moment, all just tacked together, but we're up and over back subframe. Next bit now, 14-inch silencer. This customer just wants one small round box, 14-inch long, and he wants like a 4-inch Jap style exit. That's downpipe all finished up. It's hot, so don't touch it. So Connor's gonna get that fitted now, and I'm gonna get the whole mid-pipe welded up, and then we are gonna start mocking the back bit up. Back bit's mocked up and welded. Ooh, road test time. So that's back bit all mocked up. So this customer wanted Jap exit, so not straight. It's hard to tell on camera, it almost looks like I've just made a mess of putting it straight, but I haven't. Yeah, we threw it wonky on purpose because that's what they want, so a little bit of up sweep, pointing off to the side of it. It's quite a weird looking thing this, so I don't know how it's going to look in all honesty, but that's what they wanted, so that's what they're getting. Let's get some hangers on this. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 welds to do on bike box. Drop tagger certification on, and that'll be a wrap.
Perfect.
So if you've stuck with us all this way through that video, appreciate it, thanks a lot. This is the best bit you've all been waiting for. Let's hear it. So what do you think it's going to sound like? I think it's going to be loud, it's going to be Asbo, which is what he wanted. So yeah, I think it'll be mint. We'll take it a spin. I think it's going to be pretty crazy, this, to be fair. It's a great old light pickup with a turbo Subaru in it, so I think this is going to be pretty leery, to be honest. Well, he says it's leery anyway. He's told me he's never managed to get to brake traction yet, so I'm not going to try as hard as that, but it'll have a bit of fun in it, definitely. Let's fire it up. She's a rumbly. So the customer's only request where he said, please let it warm up before you do anything with it. So that's what we'll do. We'll let it warm up, and then I'll get a few revs for you guys, and we'll get it out. Right, so we're out in the Subaru Brat, turbo Subaru Brat. Connor's got his ear defenders on. They're not really ear defenders. We're trying a mic set. We're trying. If you'll have watched the S5 video, you'll know that I got the audio absolutely perfect on the S5. It was like watching a GTA video. But on the previous STI we didn't get the mic placement right, and it just sounded terrible. So yeah, just trying it out on this, see if we can get it dialed in on this one. So if it's crap, I apologise. If it's amazing, well, you're welcome. So we don't know what power this is running exactly. About 300 horsepower, I think. Owner said it's an absolute like menace to drive, but we'll see. We'll see what it's all about. He obviously gave me permission to give it a blast, so just give it a blast.
All I can hear is
What? From intake. Pray my camera don't fall off. So my 360 camera, what's on back, is not on amazing. It's backer, it's got like a curve on it. I'm praying it does not fly off, and that's an expensive camera to lose on bypass. So I've got a bungee strap on there kind of holding it, but whether or not it'll stay on, I'm willing to take risks for you guys, so be thankful, subscribe. All you're hearing is just pure intake. I don't even know which one indicator is. Right, this is where it's going to be right loud, if it's going to be loud. It's pretty nippy. It's not slow. It's not slow at all. Quite impressive, actually. Tell you what, this is mint. I rate like this. This is mint. Oh, there's loads of cars here. We can't be smoking all them. They've ruined my fun.
Go round again.
Go round again. This is mint. This is really good. I'm in love with this. This is mint.
It's pretty fast, that roll. It's like,
It's mint.
it feels weirdly fast though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it feels mint.
Yeah.
You know what? It just grips, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It just grips. It's just no loss of traction.
No wheel spin, so it
There's no loss of traction, and no, it just grips. Ah, it's mint. Right, like it. Kind of
coppers, fucking coppers.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
If they don't pull us with this thing dangling off back.
Make sure they don't. I'd do another loop, me.
They're literally coming down here as well.
Yeah, they're coming.
We better keep it chill.
Are they coming down?
Nothing to see here, officers.
No, he's not. He's not. He's not. Oh, he is. No.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Nothing to see here, officers. Right, back to the fun. Back to it.
Back to.
This is mint. I'm so happy with this. This is mint. I exhaust. Forgot about exhaust. I've just been loving car. It's mint.
It feels right sturdy.
Traction is just unbelievable.
It feels sturdy as fuck.
Right, this Audi's getting dusted.
This kid's gonna try a race.
Bet he is. Move that way then.